the founders were all homeschooled. They were all
Yeah.
self-taught. And this is where I think it really sort of runs off the rails, is this idea
Right.
that a child might be self-taught, might actually be able to
Imagine that.
teach him or herself, is so foreign to
Mhm.
everyone. But you touched on something else just now. Um, I don't know if you intended to do this, because you said that that school of thought is pervasive and it goes sort of all the way up. So we're talking
Yes.
school board, right? But it's
Hmm.
worse than that, because not only do they think that they are the repository of all things educational, but they've now approached this from the standpoint that parents are useless in this conversation, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just grown like kudzu. It's just taken over everything, and it as a mindset. And I try not to explain with malice what's easily explained with ignorance, because that there's a
Sure.
bit. Sometimes someone jumps into a new role with the district or something to that effect, and by default, 96% of the population is still doing some form of school, public or private, right?
Right. And they
You
don't know
have
what they
about
don't know.
Right. So there is a massive gap that's just ignorance. But when the gap is so big of ignorance, and then somebody goes, "Well, why do we let people even do this anyway? This creates more work for me, or I have to do this, and now I've got to fill out all this paperwork. Where's the funding for this coming from?" And there's just all of these complaints that start to get thrown on. This is so onerous. Why do we even allow this to happen? Everybody should be in school anyway. And now the default, that pervasive mindset clicks over into an ought, into a should, and that's where the violation of rights starts to creep in, because these are these oughts that become mandatory that you must do, and that's where we push back really hard.